What's going on, guys? Mirai here, back again with a Genshin Impact video, and today I thought I'd make a video regarding the pity system because I've seen a lot of people on my YouTube channel, on my comments, asking me about the pity system and also posts on Facebook asking how pity works. So today I thought, I'd just make a quick video explaining how pity works and how you can play around it. So let's get started. Now, before I start on how pity works, let me just quickly explain what pity is. So pity is basically a system that is implemented in a lot of gacha games, and what it does is it guarantees you a certain unit of a certain rarity depending on a number of times that you have pulled. And I will be covering all three banners, so let's start with the permanent banner first. So first let's talk about the permanent banner, and the permanent banner is really simple to understand. That's why I wanted to start off with it first. So for the permanent banner, if you take a look at the details here, you are guaranteed to get a 4-star item every 10 attempts and a 5-star item every 90 attempts. And of course, if you scroll down, you can see the pool of obtainable 5-star and 4-star characters and weapons. So why I say this is really easy to understand is because pity works very simple here. So basically every 90 pulls, you're guaranteed a 5-star item, and every 10 pulls, you are guaranteed to have a 4-star item. And you can track that in your history. So let me just give you an example. So over here, you see that I've gotten Amber here, right? And this is my 4-star unit. And I've done 2 more pulls since then. So in the next 8 pulls, I am guaranteed to have another 4-star item. Now, it may not be Amber or even a character. I may get Favonius Bow or whatever, but the point is that I will get a 4-star item. And for the 5-star, as you can see here, I've gotten the Skyward Heart, right? And I've gotten 3 pulls. Amber, Raven Bow, and the Harbinger of Dawn. So that means my pity count is at 3. And for me to get pity, my next pity will be in 87 pulls. So that's basically how pity works in this banner. It's really simple, and everything has an equal chance. So there's no playing with rates here. It's just all a flat equal rate. So next, let's talk about the character banner. So for this event character banner, pity is going to work a little bit differently compared to the permanent banner. It's not going to be as simple, and I'll get to it really quickly. But before that, let me just explain why. So the reason why pity works differently is that there is going to be rate up characters in this banner. And in this case, the rate up for 5-star is going to be Venti, and the rate up for 4-star is going to be Razor, Sucrose, and Noelle. And what that means is that every time you pull a 5-star, there's a 50% chance of you getting Venti. And every time you pull a 4-star, there's a 50% chance of you getting either a Sucrose, Razor, or Noelle. Okay, got that so far? Now, if you don't get these characters, which means, let's say you've pulled a 5-star and it turns out to be not Venti. Let's say it's Diluc, right? So what that means is that your pity resets to 0. And the next time you get a 5-star, it's guaranteed to be Venti. And if this banner ends and we move on to the child banner, your pity is transferable. So let's say this time you didn't get lucky and you didn't get Venti. You've done your pulls and you got Diluc. And you try and you've only amassed, let's say, 30 pulls, and you didn't get Venti in those 30 pulls. The banner passes, and now you're in the child banner, for example. So on that child banner, the moment you hit 5-star or within the next 60 pulls, you are guaranteed to get child or Tartaglia, and it's 100%. There is no way you're gonna get anything else other than the promotional character on that banner. The same thing goes for the 4-star characters. So let's say you do a 10 pull and you don't get these things. Let's say you got a weapon, Favonius Bow, for example. The next 10 pull that you do, you are guaranteed to have either Sucrose, Razor, or Noel. So that's basically how it works. So lastly, we get to the weapon banner, and this banner is even more complicated than the other banners that we've talked about so far. And the reason for that is because pity, instead of at 90, is going to be at 80. So you can see that over here. So you're guaranteed to win a 5-star weapon at least every 80 attempts. So pity works a little bit more differently here. And over here you can see this is instead of 50% is going to be at 75%. So similar to the character banner that we just talked about, every time you get a 5-star, there's a 75% chance of you getting either the Elegy of the End or the Skyward Blade. And every time you pull a 4-star, there's going to be a 75% chance of you getting one of these 5 4-star weapons. So the thing about this weapon banner is that it's kind of scary to pull on it because the promotional weapons, instead of 1, like the promotional banner for the character banner, is going to be 2, as you can see here. Elegy for the End and the Skyward Blade, which means you can pull 1,000 times and you could get like, I don't know, 5, 10 Skyward Blades and never get Elegy for the End, which makes this weapon banner a little bit more scary. And what's even scarier is that you don't see the rates for each of these weapons. So they don't explicitly tell you that, oh, okay, it's the rate is equal for these 2 5-star weapons. They don't tell you that. It's not mentioned in any of these details over here. But what they do tell you is that, you know, it's just 75%. So every time you pull a 5-star, it's going to be 75%. But if you fail that 75% and you get, for example, a Skyward Pride like I have, then your next 5-star is guaranteed to be either the Elegy for the End or the Skyward Blade. So yeah, that pretty much sums up how pity works for this banner. So lastly, I want to take some time to answer some of the frequently asked questions regarding pity that I've seen. And the first one is the pity count separate or combined for the 3 banners? And the answer is they are separate. What that means is that each banner will have their own pity, and you can't just, I don't know, pull 60 times on the standard banner and then jump over to the character banner and expect yourself to get a 5-star character in the next 30 pulls. It does not work like that. Also, the second question is, can I get a 5-star character before I hit pity? And the answer is yes, but that also resets your pity count, which means if you get, let's say, for this banner, you pull on this Venti banner and you get Venti in 30 pulls, and you got really lucky, right? What that means is that your pity resets to 0. It does not continue just because you didn't hit the 90, okay? So the moment you get a 5-star unit, your pity count resets back to 0 and you have to count again from that point. The next question is, does my pity carry over? And this is relevant for the character banner and also the weapon banner. So the answer is yes, your pity carries over when the current banner expires, and you can see it in your history here. So let me give you an example. So for the character banner, as you can see, my last 5-star was Hu Tao, and it was, I have pulled like 9 pulls since then. So what that means is that if I were to pull on this banner, in the next 81 pulls, I am guaranteed to have a 5-star. But the thing is, because my previous 5-star was Hu Tao and she was a promotional character, so even if I pull 81 times and I get a 5-star character, that 5-star character has only a 50% chance to be Venti. It is not guaranteed to be Venti. Now, if this was not Hu Tao and it was, I don't know, Jean or Diluc instead, then after I do my 81 pulls, or after I hit my next 5-star, then it will be guaranteed to be Venti or child. So everything from your past pity will carry over, including whether you've pulled a promotional character or not. So do keep that in mind as you are calculating pity for your future banners. So that's going to be all the questions that I can think of right now. And if you have any other questions that are specifically relevant to you, do drop them in the comment section below and I will try to reply them as soon as I can. Alternatively, you can catch me on my stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on YouTube, where I stream everything that is related to Genshin Impact. So you can ask me your questions there as well. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.